Now, Hebrews 2:1 says something. And as we look at favor, and we look at any revelation we get from God, we always have to remember this verse. Hebrews 2:1 says, therefore we must give the more earnest heed to the things we have heard, lest we drift away. You always need to give the more earnest heed to the things you have heard. That's one of the reasons why, according to the Word of God, it's good to hear and hear. Faith comes by hearing, and hearing by the Word of God. It does not mean, again, we have to give more earnest heed to the things we have heard. That's past tense. So those things that we have heard past tense, we need to give heed to them, which means we need to refresh our hearing to them, lest we drift away. I know of people that have had divine miracles in their life, personal life, go through a little bit of a hard time, and they drift away. Why? They have not given heed, the more earnest heed to the things that they have heard. They drifted away. Why? Because they drifted away, they got discouraged, spiritless, despondent with fear. When you get a revelation of living in what I call the favor lane, the favor of God in your life, it will cause you to become powerful with joy, powerful with expectation. You will not be discouraged, spiritless, or despondent with fear. And I like the last part of this verse again in 2 Corinthians 4:1. Mark it down, write it. This is the Amplified translation, Amplified Classic. Or become faint with weariness and exhaustion. Now Galatians says that we will reap if we faint not. So we know that fainting is one of the reasons why we don't see manifestations. And the reason why we sometimes get fainty or faint in our spirits is because we're not given the more earnest heed. And there's something you just have to fight for.